Hey Raz, hey customizer, how's it going? I'm hanging in there. Just plugging away. He wants Yeah, it has. How's your brother and everyone doing? Did all that stuff get worked out? That's good.
Computers now have primary control of critical vehicle functions.
Hey, Quizzy K, Henry. Well, we jumped in the summer today. It's like 86 out. And I didn't clean up my AC units yet, so... Hey, what's up, Raphael? Yeah, no problem. Did it work out? Hey, raccoon. Yeah, let me know how that works out over the Rust-Oleum. Like, I don't use Rust-Oleum. I hate the brand, but if it cures up pretty well and you get the other colors on, it should be good. I'm just not a fan of the way it sprays and the way it goes on the items. I'm going to use a titanium gold because this is not smooth enough for the pale gold. That's silly putty. That's blocking the key for the peg on the foot. I try not to get paint in the key, so. What's up, Trail? Yeah, I mean, if it works, it's fine. It's just that I don't like Rust-Oleum because it does take a long time to cure, and depending on what can you get, it goes on very, very thick. And I've never really had a chance to get like a good flow onto an item with Rust-Oleum. I know it's I know you said it's got primer and paint in one, but I don't like how those go onto statues. I guess it's just like more control over the paint, so. I mean, it's your first time using it, you get used to it, and you know, go from there, but personally, I don't like Rust-Oleum. What's up, Devastator? Yeah, I like my my Duplicolor primer, and then I like to use specific cans for doing the gloss coats and stuff like that. But well, let me just know how it works. See if it, you know, if it pans out, then that's all you need. I want to look up the teleporter. Yeah, I think those paints will work out good though. They're definitely probably work out. You just gotta get used to them. Alright, so. Gonna put a little silver in the center of this. Gold paint got all over the bottle. Everything is expensive now, trust me. I don't think you get away with anything not being expensive. Supplies since the lockdowns have just skyrocketed, and some of them went down, but nowhere near what they used to be. So you're pretty much shit out of luck like the rest of us. So I just try to be very careful with spraying and you know, your paints, and not over paint. You know, try to keep your supplies down as best as you can. Oops. Still a little dry, wet. Not pearls. More metallics would be Iron Man. Yeah, the basic way to do like a really good paint would be to like candy coat stuff. Where you do the base silver and then you do the candy red on top. But with the Inspire, they do have like metallics. But there's a lot of other car brands out there and paints you can get. It just depends on like if you know how to use car paints. I've just messed with the Inspire so far and I kind of like them, but like I said, there's other brands out there that have some really cool colors, but they're car paints. And you just gotta have the correct know how to use them, I guess. But they're basically like lacquers, enamels, you know, they, but anything, the larger you paint, the bigger the item, the more, you know, with like Iron Man, the more you gotta be perfect with. That's why if you like people who paint like Iron Man and stuff, they're able to paint it in sections and then put it all together with larger items. But when you paint like a smaller statue, it's just such a pain in the ass, especially when you have to do masking. Well, yeah, I can help you as best as I can, but I'm not like an Iron Man. You know, Iron Man's my worst character. I can't stand it, but I have the general idea on how to paint him. I just don't like painting the character. Monumental? I never tried them. I have no clue. I've heard of them, but I've never tried them yet. I don't get to try many different brands like I used to. I'm so busy with like commissions and work and stuff, I don't get to experiment like I used to. Plus it's kind of scary to experiment with the pricing these days. Buy something and then you don't like it or you never use it again. It's kind of a waste of cash. Oh, is that what it's called? Monumental? I got the acryl, whatever. I didn't buy any Monumental stuff, unless that's the brand. Hey, what's up, Jacob? Busy week. Garage is done. All the new projects are pulled out in the garage on the table. So I'm kind of getting ready for all the summer stuff. Oh, yeah, we use the acrylic stuff on the Jessica Rabbits. This stuff. Yeah, so it's called Monumental? This is what it's called? This stuff? Oh, you're right. Monument Hobbies. Yeah, it's not bad. It's like garage kit colors. Frost tones, I like them. I used them on the Jessica Rabbit bodies and it worked out pretty well. I've been using them a little bit more. The only thing I will say though is the color is a bit more reddish than what garage kits was. It's got more of a pinker tone to it. But it feels like garage kits when you spray them, but without clogging though, which is actually not bad. So honestly, I do like them, and I do have a bunch more for peanuts. I felt like garage kits flesh tones were a bit more, not yellow, but not as pink to it. So I feel like these have more more pink in it. So what I'll have to do is I'll have to see if I can you know, mix a little bit more of them. Maybe pick up a couple other colors, and maybe I could kind of come up with my own like flesh tone blend. But as far as all the paints out there, that's as close to garage kits as I've gotten to as far as consistency. So not bad actually. But like everything else, they are kind of expensive. But I don't think I will like the regular colors from the company. I think just the flesh tones is all I'll stick to. Because like the white bottle that I mess with a little bit, it's very, it feels a little too chalky. So I would stick to like the Wicked Colors white. Yeah, I haven't gotten the transparencies from the company. I might have to when I get a chance, but you can see, like, you know, I mixed up this bottle for or whatever. You can see that it's kind of hard to shoot, but it seems to have a lot more red in there. But it dries sort of like garage kits, but a little bit more tougher. Like, it has a little bit more rubber feel to it, but it kind of paints like garage kits, so it's not bad. It's not that bad at all. But yeah, they are expensive. I did order, I think I got like I don't think I bought a white bottle, but I think as far as the skin tones I got the tan flesh and the pale pink. I got like 6 bottles of them, 3 of each color. And then I also got that other color, which is the shadow flesh. Shadow flesh definitely has a lot of red in it, so it's not like it's not bad. But I think between the P3 formula, and then the Pro Acrylic stuff, I think I got a kind of a good balance of flesh tones now, considering. Yeah, I did get that whole pack too, because they also have like a light umber in there. But the white, I'm not really a fan of the white though, because this I guess they don't have regular white. It's only transparent white. Alright, so I'm just kind of like spraying different pearls and metallics on this. So we have Turbo Dork, what color is this? This is, I don't know what color this is. 2 cents. And then this is, Pucker. So I'm just kind of making this sort of look like it's glowing in a way, but nothing too crazy. trying to do different colors on there. Definitely gonna have to let it cure. So that's why I did the dark steel black line in there with the paintbrush, and then I misted over it so it kind of tones it back down, kind of blends it together. So don't be afraid to sit there, paint, then like paint in a line, paint in something, and then sort of mist over it. So I'll let this cure, and then what I might do is hit it with like a satin or something down the line so it just pops a little bit more. And I'll have to probably go around the edge. But what I'm thinking of doing is I might do like a darker mahogany down here just to darken up the edge. Alright, we'll let that cure up for a while. We'll do some sealing. What I'll probably do is off camera, I'll trim the edge around there That should be about it for that base. The 3D printer that Raz made that for us. He went in the program and just made a disc and sort of etched out lines and 3D printed it. Alright, so I don't think this is going to work. It's been 3 days. Hold on 1 second, I got an email. Oh, 1 second. Alright, hold on. Alright. Sorry about that. Got some email. So, it's been 3 days. We did this on Wednesday, so 2 days basically. It cured up pretty tough, but it's very tacky. It's got a tackiness to it. And then these pieces here, they cured up okay, but they're still, it's got a tackiness to it, which I think would mean that this needs to cure for like, I would say a solid month before it's like durable. And I think with her feet being the latex paint, if the feet go onto the painted areas and then you were to pull her up down the line, I think the feet would actually bond to these paints. So I don't think this is going to work. If this was behind her, it would work. But I think with her feet going on here, it's not going to do it. No, it's fine, Raku. I mean, it was worth a shot. Like, I think, like, you know, if it's on like a silver background and you do washes, it would look kind of cool. But it's just, I'm afraid that if somebody has this sitting on this base for a long time, and then they want to pull her off and like move her around, sell her, or whatever, I think the feet would just take that and rip it all up. Because I can tell any kind of pressure onto this, like even with my fingernail, it's going to take a while. Like here, I'll show you, like it's kind of hard to see, but if I stick my fingernail in there, you see how like I cut it? And that's just, you know, that's basically 2 days. I mean, it cured okay, but it definitely needs like a good curing time to really like bond. But I think this stuff would be fine for like glass and, you know, behind a character. But I mean, like if we put our fingernail on here, it comes like right up. So you see how easy that comes up? So the feet would rip that up with it, with no problem. So I'm basically, so what I'm going to do now is I'm going to pull this off. And I'm going to do like washing on the silver. And we're going to kind of fake, make like a window. Which is fine. It's alright. I mean, it's an experiment, but this is more for not something going on it. I mean, it comes up pretty, you can see how it comes up. And there's no residue left there either, so it's not like it's coming up in a bad way. No, it's not about sealing. This is the idea was this was supposed to be like stained glass, and then we would fill it in areas with this paint and sort of like, you know, kind of create this stained looking glass on it, you know. And but this paint is not meant for something to go on it. It's meant for something to stick on the wall. And when I say on it, I mean like a statue with feet. And like, say if somebody wanted to put another item next to her, you know, whether they had like a, you know, Roger doll or something, I think over time this paint might, like, you know, stick to it. But I mean, I'll keep the paints and I'll experiment on other things. It's definitely stuff you could use for a base where something doesn't stay on it. Yeah, I could Dremel into it, but I'm not Dremeling into it. It's a whole, it's a lot more work. So we're just gonna paint. Just gonna relax tonight, and we're gonna paint this up, and we're gonna try to make it look like stained glass with just paint. Let's see how it turns out. But yeah, this is definitely something that's, I would say, seeing how this stuff cured in just 2 days, I would say a good month and it would be hard as a rock. No, it's not latex, it's acrylic. It's this stuff here. This glass gallery. It's simulated liquid leading. So, but if you have a, like, say if we were to do a like if you were gonna do like a glass behind him, like a mirror or a piece of glass, then doing this on top of a piece of glass behind her would be fine. But see, I have to think about long term with her standing on this stuff. And sadly, that's not the case. It's an experiment, but like I said, I can open this stuff up down the line to other projects. And it's not like this kit was like a lot of money. I think it was only like $9. So it's not like the paint was... See, this is like very rubbery when it's done. But we tried. It's all. We can experiment. So what we're going to do is we're just going to grab some paints and stuff. We're going to do washes, and then I'll go in here and work it out. So let me find my Roger face. Damn it, I closed it. That sucks. Let me see if I can find that picture again. I hope I didn't delete it. There it is. Alright, so we need white silvers. Let's see, so we need, grab this white here. white, some pearl. We'll grab some interference blue, some interference red. Got transparencies. Some transparency reds here. Yeah, we need our black paint. Where's the black? What the hell did I do with the black? Here's the black tube. White, silver, black. What other color do I need? That's kind of it for now, and then we'll worry about the other stuff. We've gone about to the point we're kind of done because I don't want to mess with the base anymore because I've already designed it where she goes on this, and then if I have to put her on another base with glass sheet, if I crack it, break it, or I mess up the statue, we're beyond that already. I like to do the base last, and we're kind of at the last minute, you know, so don't worry, have faith in me. We're gonna try and make it look decent with just paint. We're gonna have a little fun. See how this pans out. Worst case scenario, it doesn't look good. Best case scenario, looks kind of cool. The idea would be kind of washes over this, so since I'm not going to do some heavy paint, we can kind of keep that open. So what I'll do is I will take this image, crop it, sort. You guys can see what I'm looking at. So that's kind of what we're trying to create, but so we have some blue here. And then we have like interference blue too, so we'll kind of throw some interference in here. No, I didn't see the new printers or anything. This is kind of more of a magenta. This is kind of more red, I think. You probably would have to do an Illustrator, right? Or Photoshop, one or the other. But is it printed in color too, or is it just straight up if you can, send it to me on Instagram. I can't really link in chat, but I mean, I'll take a look. Need to make a bluish black. Well, I guess I could keep trying to do this stuff until the base, printers take over completely, so kind of still enjoy doing it this way. But I'm sure in a couple more years, this stuff will be all gone. We'll all just hit a button and everything just gets printed out. Well, that's the fun of it, trying to experiment and keep practicing. But yeah, I know it's 3D printers are gonna put us all out of work. Yeah, once it hits us, it's gonna hit everybody else. Um, but that's why I'm just kind of just enjoying what I'm doing, and when it doesn't work anymore, it doesn't work anymore. No, I'm not saying it's cheating, and I'm not saying that it's a bad tool. It's just that I while I would definitely utilize it for stuff, I still kind of like doing this too. You know, I don't think traditional stuff will ever go away, but it will make certain projects easier. But like I said, I also still enjoy doing this. I mean, I'm already using a lot of 3D, items and elements for all the customs I'm working on, so I'm definitely still utilizing everything. Basically, kind of watercoloring at this point. Which actually might kind of make it look kind of cool too, Sort of a little watercolor type of a base. So it may change up a bit, but whatever. Yeah, it's a lot of stuff changing, but a lot of guys are still charging crazy amounts for prints. At least on the sites, you know. Well, give it about 5 years, 5 more years of this, and then we'll be in Star Trek area. Put a lot of factories out of business too, with everybody being able to 3D print. That's true. Yeah, I could see that. So maybe I got a couple more years left of just painting. True. Well, I think there will always be people who will not, paint on their own. Well, that's the thing, is if it gets to the point where, these factories and these robots and everything does it for everybody, I'll still be doing my own stuff because I enjoy it. Doesn't mean I'll make a living off of it anymore, but at least I can still have fun. So. But yeah, I think by the time I'm long gone off this planet, it'll be like iRobot, where all the robots are doing everything for people. But I'll be long gone, so it won't matter. I'm sure the governments are going to try to regulate it too as much as they can, because they know it'll just kill the economies everywhere, and everybody will be just poor as hell and on the breadlines. So I'm sure sooner or later one of them are going to step in and start saying no, 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 no more of that stuff. It's probably bound to happen. No, I didn't see that movie. Yeah, I'll welcome the aliens too. Actually, I would warn them. Just pack up and leave. You don't want to be around here. I mean, come on, guys. This is quality content. I'm doing like a Bob Ross painting right now. Would you rather just turn on YouTube and watch a 3D printer print all day? Except I don't have the afro like Bob Ross, though. Those days are gone. I could wig it out, but I don't want to put on a wig for all that. Well, Razia, you're actually working in a garage on this stuff. But, you know, this project changed. First we were trying to do this thing last. I don't think it worked, so now we're trying this. And we'll see how this pans out. Maybe it'll look cool, or maybe it won't. I don't know. A little happy mistake, I guess. This will be our little happy Bob Ross mistake. Trying to channel my days in art school, where we would just have to sit there and we would have to do like watercolor stuff in class. So I haven't done something like this in a while, so idea is just to leave brush strokes all over the place. Just keep building it up. Well, OnlyFans now is kind of taken over by all those AI bot girls. There's guys that are running AI girls on OnlyFans and they're making more money. It's insane. I watched a video on it a few months back. So. Hey Scott, yeah, you got a bunch of stuff going? Yeah, I'm with you on that. I got a whole slew of personal stuff still. Maybe when I'm waiting on the bread line with all you guys, I can come back and start finishing up my own personal customs. So maybe that'll work out. Well, that's because some people are lazy, Raccoon. You come home from a long day at work when you can just, drop a couple bucks and look at a couple pictures and do it again the next day. You did it for classes, Terrell, or just to learn? Like, are you doing it for like a job or something? That's cool, Scott. What scale you doing it at? Oh, 1/4. Okay. Well, that's good, Terrell. Yeah, if you got to do it for your job, you got to do it for your job, and you might as well. Who knows, maybe after all this AI stuff comes out, there'll be a wave of people who want to go back to traditional stuff. Maybe. Never know. Well, I'm still getting people asking for stuff, so I don't. I mean, I am shifting a little bit more with 3D prints for people instead of them trying to find like a sideshow item. But I still get people who still love traditional stuff. So I don't think it's gonna go away for a while. But I think when it hits like me and it hits other people, I think it's going to just hit everybody at once. But we shall see. So yeah, it's hard to say what's gonna happen. I mean, we could speculate, we could talk about it, we can hate it, we can love it. We just don't know what's gonna happen in the long run. So the best thing to do is just kind of ride the wave. I think there'll be shifts, but I think there will also be just changes. If you look in history, there was always scary changes, but it worked out in the long run. When you had credit card, when people started getting credit cards, it was like it was new and scary and different, and now it's a norm. Photoshop, Illustrator was all like taking away everyone's jobs, but then people learned to utilize it, and then it became the norm. The only thing I would say, though, I think AI is just going to make people dumber. Because instead of actually learning this stuff and doing stuff in school, they're just going to click prompts. But I think before we run into like Terminator, I think we're going to end up in Idiocracy first. So I think we'll definitely become Idiocracy more than anything. So that's kind of why I'm not really worried. Yeah, we're pretty much there. So that's kind of why I'm not really, kind of just watching the world burn. That is true. I think we're looking okay. It's going to be a different type of base. But I think it's going to work. Well, I like all the memes on Instagram where we thought AI would be like sex robot. I mean, Terminator, but it's all sex robots. So I don't know. It's going to be an interesting few years. We'll see how things turn out. Yeah, that's, like I said, I think that's where we're headed, if anything. I'm just here for the ride. Yeah, I think that's where, yeah, that's kind of a good movie. It's kind of a, it's kind of like one of those scary movie plots, you know? You know what's funny is we talk about AI and stuff in the chat, and then like when I talk to my parents and older relatives, they have no clue what the hell I'm talking about. So the boomer generation has no clue, so half of them can't even use their cell phone anyway when I talk to them. But it's just funny as hell. My mother always asks me all the time, what is AI? What is this AI? What is AI? And every time I explain it, it's just like beating my head against the wall. I'm just like, forget it, don't worry about it. You'll never have to worry about it in your lifetime. Alright, what do you guys think so far? It's kind of stupid looking, but I think it works for him. I don't know, Scott. You say you do, but I don't think you do. Alright, so I'm trying to think, what I can do is, I can do some black lines now, and then I can see about kind of toying with it a little bit with like pearls and stuff. So I got an idea on how to kind of layer this. So let's blow dry this up a bit. Well, what I'm thinking is kind of what I'll do is do the black lines, and then I can take some pearls and I can grab like tracing, like pieces of paper and sort of like airbrush like reflective lines on it and kind of build it up a bit. So I'm thinking that's what I can do with this if it works out, which it should. It should. I have the idea in my mind, but execution's another thing. So let's see if I can figure out where I put that brush, which I don't know. I guess I put it back here somewhere. So I'll use this one. I'm gonna leave any mistakes I do, just leave them, and we'll see how it works out. Not like a perfect line artist like those guys that do motorcycles. Yeah, I used to watch a guy up north when they used to have the Italian festival. This one guy could do pinstriping like new tomorrow. It's crazy. I used to watch some of those videos where those guys would do the Coca-Cola stuff. Talk about control. This is my poor man's pinstriping. That's what we'll call it. Alright, so let's see. What the hell, more spam. Okay, so let's go over here. Let's get this out of the way. To get a, grab a piece of paper. gonna try and see if this works. Doesn't, oh well. Alright, I think we're getting there slowly. So I think what I want to do now is mist some pearl over it. So where is my white pearl? White pearl was here. Where'd it go? It's over here. Alright, now we're going to hit some Tester's dull coat on this. Alright, so what I think I'll do is another black line on it. And I think it's kind of where I want to leave it. It's not 100% perfect, but sort of has that vibe. I mean, I could go back in again with some coloring, so, you know, maybe we'll cut some stuff up. So let me see, what should I do? If I, try and airbrush a little, let's see. Let's see how this works out. Got an idea a little bit. Hey, what's up, Cherry Bomb? We're just messing around with the base. So let's go over here and do it a little bit easier. So let's grab some of this transparency blue a bit. this red. If it wants to come out of the bottle. Grab some white. I have on that air the blow dryer. There's a hot setting and a cold setting. I usually use the hot setting, but I don't sit there and blow dry it to the point where it's like boiling. I just blow dry it where you start to see it start to cure up and kind of that water go away, and then that pretty much works out, you know, for what I do. You don't need to sit there and like go crazy with it. So what do you guys think? Should I do thicker, darker black lines again, or do you think it looks good the way it is? I like this. I think it'll look good once she's on top of him. You guys think thicker black one more time over with black lines, or leave it as is? Because what I'm thinking of doing is let it cure up and then go over it with like Cara pink gloss and make it shiny. I think that'll look pretty good on it. Because I think maybe if we do too black of a line, it'll fight with her black lines, but being sort of like, kind of see how it kind of like, I got those pearls in there a little bit. So I don't know if darker black will. It might, you know what it might do? It might make it look like a cartoon again. I don't know. I'm thinking no. Because like when you look at it in certain angles, yeah, I'm thinking it's kind of good the way it is. And I think, you know, once it cures and I do sort of a clear coat. See, I'm still debating though if I should do hard gloss or just do a satin on it. Because if I do it too shiny, it might fight with the legs. So I might just do a satin on it. I think a satin would probably be better. I kind of like the edging though messy. I kind of like it, you know, like the edging kind of, I don't know. I think I should just do like a black blend, or should I leave it as is? I kind of like it messy. I don't know. Should I blend out the edging to black, or should I just leave it as is? I think sometimes a messy base is kind of fun. Yeah, I mean, it's like you could see the lines and stuff, but I don't know. I kind of like it. You know, sometimes I would like to do more stuff like this where it's not, you know, it's completely perfect and clean. I kind of like it a little messy, just for fun. I think a nice satin coat on top of it would look pretty good. I think that'll look good with her, because it's not too, you know, because I think her boots will probably pop out a little bit too now. I don't want to put her on it though yet. Yeah, I'll seal it, it's just I want to let it dry a bit, because I hit, this is kind of like, I put a lot of moisture on this with a lot of that washing. So even though I hit it with a blow dryer, that moisture seeped into some of the bottom metallic paint. And I can tell that it's still not completely cured. So I would rather like let this kind of really cure up and then do a seal on it. But I like it. I think it's stupid, which I think works, you know. It's kind of what I envisioned from the beginning a little bit, you know. But it's like I said, it's stupid. It's Roger Rabbit. I don't know. It kind of, I think it works for it. I mean, I wish the other stuff would have worked, but I'm just too scared of the feet. Yeah, I could go get her. She's on the floor. Let me wash my hands first. I think I could put it on. I mean, it's gonna make a mark anyway. I think it works, right? I think it looks kind of cool. He's got his eyes kind of going up to the booty, right? So I think it worked out pretty good. I don't want to leave her on too long. Alright, so I'm happy with it. Alright, it turned out better than expected, but some just good old-fashioned watercoloring and some lines and layers and making it look messy, and it works out. So, alright, I will let this dry. I will let the Star Trek base dry. I did not have a chance to prep the cop base because I was dealing with my parents this morning, dentist appointment, so I'll have to do that next stream. But I'm thinking next week these will be finished, and then next weekend I can actually post on the Patreon, and then I could also make videos and go from there. So we're definitely pretty much just about done. So I'm going to clean up the cop's hat right now. I have to finish the hand. And then we just gotta paint up the base. So I'm thinking maybe Monday night we can paint up the cop base. Be a simple marble base. So let's put this here on the floor. Get this out of the way. Let you dry up for the night. And as far as the cop, we'll kind of fix up the cap right now. So all I have to do is touch ups on the cop's body here and there, fix the hat, fix the hand, and then do the base, seal up everything else, and I think we're done. I don't think there's anything else I'm missing on them. And then once they're done, see if anyone's interested in them. Then we'll get the next items printed out. Till then, I'll start doing random stuff on streams or whatever I got. But I'm happy we're kind of coming to the end on these. Because all I need to do is, did I miss like a bad area here? Did a little bit. Alright, we'll have to fix that right now. So what I gotta do is I just gotta kind of like sand down this finger some. And then touch it up. But that's gotta be something I gotta do off camera. Kind of getting close. With that's locked into place. So she just needs a little touch-ups here and there. This little orange here, I must have missed this spot. Yeah, we'll fix this right now. Not much touch-ups on the cop. Just a few things here and there, some edging, some areas I missed. Nothing too crazy. And then once that's done, glue in the earrings, get those in. Trying to think of what else. Not really anything else. Except make videos on them too. I know it took a long time to get them done, but you can see how much work goes into each stream. And then if down the line somehow somebody makes a really cool Jessica Rabbit, we can revisit these. And we can make some other versions. Raz has the files for the next batch, and I guess we just have to figure out. We just have to figure out what Savage Land character we're gonna do. Is that what we gotta figure out? I know I had the list somewhere. I think with Jessica, you gotta have that body. I mean, this head is pretty good for Jessica, but you gotta have that perfect, really super thin waist and tiny small feet, you know? I think if you just have that, it'll work perfect, but that's the only thing it's missing. Oh, I just kind of missed a spot underneath here, that's all. Just a little tiny spot. And I just got to hit it with a little bit of a darker blue. Where's that darker blue? Alright, so I'm just painting the Vallejo here, and when this dries it'll be a little bit flatter. So it'll make the cap shiny part stay shiny, and then this will be all flat once it dries. So we'll have a difference, the black and black. What I probably should do is take some flat coat and do some flat on top. Let me hit it with the blow dryer real quick. And actually, once it dried, you can kind of sort of see the difference. A little bit, not much. But, yeah, so what I gotta do is, off camera, probably on Monday, I gotta get underneath the ear, kind of clean up a little bit there. Gotta kind of clean up some edging. Definitely around the bottom of her feet, clean up some of that area. And it's, you know, some of the collar, a little nick here with the hair. So just got to kind of go around and get into some areas. Right, trying to do it now is just kind of pointless because I'll have to push the camera away. But, like I said, I think she's pretty much done, except for touch-ups. The badge for her hat is done, just got to finish up the hand. Roger's pretty much done, I just got one little touch-up there. And then we'll come back and do the base. Maybe if I have a chance on Sunday, maybe I could work on the base on Sunday too. Sunday or Monday, I'm not sure yet. It all depends on if I get all my personal crap done this weekend. You know, got adulting to do this weekend, as the kids say, right? Is that what the kids say now? Adulting. But Star Trek is pretty much done. I think maybe one or two spots on Star Trek. The hand looks pretty good. And it's just this tedious stuff now. Touching up, making sure the bases are kind of clean. So trying to think. I'll post on Patreon first with good pictures. And then I'll see who's interested in it, and we'll do the whole silent auction thing. And then once the silent auction's going, I'll post the videos after. And then go from there. Yeah, adulting sucks. But I put so much stuff off. Like, I got a list of stuff. I gotta clean my my AC units. You know, those Fujitsu ones, the ones inside the house. Then I gotta vacuum out the lint hose for the dryer. I got so much to do. It's all stuff I put off for a long time. But so let's kind of go over the next batch too, so I'm kind of on the same page. Sure, because I would like to get these items off my floor. That's the other thing. Okay, so for Schoolgirl, we gotta vote, right? So we gotta vote. Alright. So let's see. Savage Land we haven't figured out, but we're gonna do Princess Peach for Dominatrix. That's kind of what we kind of agreed on. And where is my pen? The pen was supposed to be here. There it is. There's the pen. There's the pen. Hey. Hey Dana, how's it going? Alright, so Princess Peach Dom. So that's that. Schoolgirl, here's the list. So we got Samus, Laura Croft, Vampirella, Cammy, Dodgeball, Elastigirl, Android 18, Mai, Velma, Misty, Tila, and Jane Jetson. Okay, so that is that list for Schoolgirl. So Savage Land. Did we have a couple options that people talked about? I didn't get many requests. Right? Let's see if I can find it. Alright. Alright, where we at? So, as far as Savage Land, I guess it was Misty, right? Jacob said Hinata. Raz, you said Misty, but also Tsunade. And then Raccoon said Tamari. I don't know, what do you guys think? Should we just go with Misty? I think maybe just round it out to Misty. Nobody else really said anything. Because I think if we just do Misty, then we can add a couple Pokemon characters into the base. Because I could actually, yeah, maybe I guess maybe just do that. Nobody else really said anything. Unless you think we should, unless I should do a vote on, I guess I'll just do a vote. I mean, only 3 of the guys on Patreon said anything, so. Misty is the girl from Pokemon. Yeah, I think she, is it, if I'm not mistaken, doesn't she have like Squirtle or something? Like a water character? Alright, I'll post on, this is a Patreon only vote, but I guess, but it seemed that that's kind of the one, I guess, I don't know. Alright, I'll make a post on Sunday. No, I mean, it'll work with the sculpt. Because, you know, she's got the shorts, but I can re-sculpt better shorts on her, you know. And I could sand down to give her more shoes. It's yeah. I mean we can run. I guess Misty. I mean, I guess the only thing we really need to do is vote on pull out of a hat. Next stream is the schoolgirl. Now the only thing is I'm thinking with the schoolgirl list, right? Because we talked about this a while ago. Is there any of these characters that if I did as a schoolgirl might not sell well? Okay, yes, I don't know Pokemon too well, so I'll show you. I'll hold on. Let me. No, this is a. Well, Misty is in. Misty is here in Schoolgirl, but we could take her out though. Let's take this off and. So. Yeah, I've tried to just do more like voting on the Patreon, but I don't have enough active people to really come up with a plan per se. So, whatever. We'll figure it out. One way or the other, we'll figure it out. Like going forward, maybe just have the regulars just, you know. So the idea was that statue off of these characters. That was just an example, you know. But Misty is at the top right. Misty is this one right here. That's Misty. So. But if we do Misty, then I'll just take her out of the schoolgirl batch. So what we could do is, you know, like one hand could be holding a Pokeball, and the other hand could be holding something else, you know. So I guess maybe we'll just do Misty for Savage Land. I think it would work too, because I could do that hair, and I could redo the shirt. Because don't forget, we have to tear up the outfit too. So I would actually print the nude version and re-sculpt the shorts to a little bit ripped up a little bit more, and the shirt ripped up. So, you know, like knots around the shirt. So I guess we'll just do Misty. Well, screw it. I mean, this is, you know, whatever. And then for Schoolgirl, alright, so Booma and Android 18 would definitely sell. So that's Booma, Android. So do you think Tila and, I'm just thinking Tila and Jane Jetson, I don't know if they would sell too well with the Schoolgirl. And do you think we should take Velma out because she's already kind of in a schoolgirl outfit? Because I just kind of want to narrow this down a little bit. Just a little bit more. Yeah, but looking at that sculpt, I can see Misty in it a lot more than the other characters. And I can already see the thing. Alright. Yeah, if I had more activity on the Patreon and more people kind of gave me input, I would. But like maybe going forward, we'll just kind of just do stream stuff, I guess. I don't know. That's I'm just kind of winging it here. But alright, we'll do Savage Land as Misty. The dominatrix will be Peach. I found a lot of images on DeviantArt already of Peach in like latex outfits stuff. So we got some good ideas for this coming up. I already got an idea for the we're gonna put her with a throne. So I'm gonna find a chair. Raz has a picture of Bowser. We could put on back of the throne. So I think that one's gonna be good. But as far as Schoolgirl goes, so Misty is gone. Should we take out Velma? Yeah, Jacob. There's not enough people on there kind of giving ideas and going through stuff. So, and you guys seem to be more active in the stream anyway. So, we'll kind of just we'll just kind of go. Like I said, it was just all experimental. I'm just trying to have fun with everybody and just coming up with ideas. So, you know. As far as the Peach Dominatrix, yeah, I'm thinking we're gonna have a little bit of black. We'll have a nice pink in there. I got some good ideas with that. So we'll kind of come up with some ideas together on streams when we get the item printed. So yeah, Velma is very popular, but as far as a schoolgirl outfit, I don't know. Do you think it's worth trying to do that schoolgirl outfit like the Britney Spears as a Velma? I don't know. Or do you? All right. Well, we'll take away the Patreon. I guess I'm just gonna leave Patreon for now on. As just if you want to support my videos and give people first crack at items. I guess we'll just go that route. Yeah. Well, we remember no comic book characters. Remember, no DC or comics. Yeah, so I'm trying to, like, Schoolgirl, I'm trying to figure out how to, alright, so let's go down the list, right? So, if we do Samus, we can do one of the Metroid, prints, you know? One of the Metroids in the backpack or whatever. If we do Lara Croft, we can have sort of like, you know, some torches or something in there, but we would have to incorporate her, something of her element of Lara Croft, you know? So Lara Croft might be a little... Vampirella I could see as a schoolgirl, because we could kind of open up the bust, like the shirt, and you can have her outfit or something. That's a possibility. Cammy, of course, any Street Fighter stuff. Do you guys want to narrow this down to something right now, or do you want to do like pull these out of a hat? I don't know. I'm trying to, like I said, I'm just trying to see what we think would look good as a schoolgirl versus maybe pulling it out of a hat. You know, I don't know. So like Samus schoolgirl would work, sort of kind of the ponytail, maybe like a Metroid helmet or one of those things. Lara Croft kind of utilize some other elements. Vampirella, the outfit, stuff. Cammy, Street Fighter outfit with the, you know, of course, change up the head. And then, I don't know who this Dragon Ball, I have to look again. Elastic Girl, of course. Android 18. Mai, Velma, Tila, and Jane Jane. So, alright, we'll do... So, do you guys will do this one out of the hat since we narrowed down the others? See, Jane Jetson, Schoolgirl, I don't know how well that would sell. I'm kind of... This one is kind of... Just has me a little worried if this one wins. I don't know how well it would do. Because I don't see a lot of Jane Jetson stuff on a lot of the sites I go to for looking up artwork. Tila, I guess could work, but I would have to kind of create the armor. Velma, well, it would just be like schoolgirl outfit with Velma's head. So, and then maybe a Scooby next to her or something. Hey Hugo, I don't know who that is. I would have to look that up. Yeah, see, I feel I'm gonna take off Jane because I don't really think many people would know who the hell that is. I don't think it would work. Princess Leia? I don't think. See, I'm trying to think of a schoolgirl outfit version of the character. So let's find an example. All right, let's just so you guys can sort of see it better. So let's go to. Let's see. Alright, yeah, I'd have to really sift through some stuff. Wilma or Betty, the only problem is I don't know if Wilma or Betty would work because you know them by their hairstyle and their outfit. Because don't forget, look up the Britney Spears schoolgirl video, that outfit. So we're trying to go for that outfit with one of these characters incorporated to it. So I'm taking out Jane because I don't think that'll work. Tila could work, but we'd have to sculpt the hair. Velma, you can just kind of swap out a head, or just kind of sculpt the hair and glasses. Maya, I'll have to look up her outfit again. Android 18 is pretty much the hair and face. Elastic Girl. She have to have a big booty. So, I guess we'll just go with these. Because we're going to do the desk, a backpack, see if we can find a backpack that's open and we could put one of their elements inside the backpack. Sound like a plan, I guess. As me personally, I think any one of them could work. It's just a matter of the element has to work with the schoolgirl. That's the thing. So Samus, basically, it's a blonde ponytail, but you want to incorporate maybe the outfit is sort of like her leggings, or she's got that spandex blue leggings, you know, underneath of it. Laura Croft, you would have to maybe make the colors of her outfit and give her the ponytail. Vampirella, kind of, we would have to incorporate sort of the red outfit to her, you know. See, Schoolgirl's a little bit tricky. Schoolgirl's a little tricky. Elastic Girl, you know, it's all about... See, almost all these characters, except for Samus and... Yeah, pretty much all these characters, it's basically the heads that would have to work on the item. With a little bit of their elements. See, Schoolgirl's tricky. I think out of all three of these, Schoolgirl is going to be the hardest one. So, alright, so if we took that body of Sonya with the finger, you know, like she's blowing a kiss, what we could do is, like, if Android won, I would have to sculpt the hair, you know, and that would kind of give, and yeah, Schoolgirl's difficult. It's really, trying to think. So we would have to sort of keep it like the Britney Spears outfit, but change it up though. So like Android 18 has that denim skirt. So maybe you would give her the denim skirt and the hair, but have the top of it like Britney Spears. Cammy, you would give her maybe she would have the gloves and the boots, but in the Schoolgirl outfit. Vampirella, she would have her her knee-high boots, and then maybe something of the red outfit on her. Lara Croft, sort of the same thing. She would have like the work boots or her active boots plus maybe like the green top. Samus, sort of her spandex. I forget the outfit she's in. Velma, pretty much the hair and glasses. And then Tila would probably be the hair and the sword. Yeah, it's definitely one to kind of plan out a little bit more. But Misty as a Savage Land, I think, will work pretty good. That one would probably be a lot of fun. Schoolgirl will be the tricky one. Not saying it's not doable, it's just definitely a little bit of planning. Alright, yeah, see, I don't know the Dragon Ball character, but that's definitely, if she's got other stuff to go with it, that's fine. And I have a Cammy head with hair file. We're gonna have the Lara Croft head with hair. Going to have, I think we can, you can get an Android 18 head with hair, and we could always swap out heads too if we needed to. But it's just, you know what it is too, I'm trying to think of it now, but I could be outside like cutting the lawn one day and all of a sudden like I would come up with an idea for Vampirella, just like hit me, or I'll be working on another statue, and all of a sudden I'll be like, oh crap, that's what we could do for Cammy. So it'll come to me. It's just a matter of doing something stupid during the day, and it'll pop in my head. Or I could be in the shower too, and all of a sudden I'd be like, oh, we could do that for Android 18, you know? Alright, so we'll leave this batch, and next stream we're going to vote. Alright, we're going to pull it out of a hat, and we'll see what we do, what wins. And we'll make it work. One way or the other, we're going to make it work. Just like we made the Jessica Rabbits work. But I think Misty and Peach is good, because I think Peach with the throne would look kind of cool. And I'm not saying it's going to be a huge throne, but I'll find like a really cool looking chair, and we can make it look like a sort of a Peach chair, but have it be kind of like a throne. It won't be like it won't be anything like spikes or any kind of devil looking stuff. I think it'll be a nice sort of like cushy foam throne, but we could put the Bowser thing on the top of it. I found 1 or 2 chairs already. And Misty is pretty straightforward. We could throw a lot of Pokemon stuff in there and tear up her outfit. Like, you know how she has those 2 straps holding up her pants? We could have like one of the straps around her leg. The other strap could be ripped off and stuff. So Misty of Savage Land could work pretty cool. Yeah, it's like I said, I'm just brainstorming and spitballing here, but Misty I think would work good. I don't know if any other Pokemon stuff though. Is there, you guys that are into Pokemon, do they have any kind of like staffs or any kind of rods? Like one hand could be holding like a staff or something. I don't know if there's anything in the Pokemon universe. I don't know, because she's holding those 2 things. But I do have a Pokemon ball from the Jessie file, so we have that. And Raz, you said you got a couple things, so I'll have to start planning that out. So I'll start this on Sunday, and I'll start this on Sunday, getting those going. Alright, sorry, I was just rambling, but I guess that's the plan. That's what we're gonna do. Everyone okay with that? Well, I'm thinking if she's in Savage Land, maybe we could put a staff in her hand, but at the end of it, if there was some kind of, maybe if there was a Pokemon type of like, I don't know, like I think it would be kind of cool to add a little something weird to it, you know, like she got a stick, she whittled it, and at the tip of it's not a spear, but it could be like, I don't know. Maybe there's a claw from a Pokemon or something, you know? Something like she used part of a Pokemon's body part on it. So I'm just kind of having a little fun with that idea. I'm thinking of that, but that might be a little too... Like, if you're a Pokemon fan, you might be like, I didn't want her to kill a Pokemon, you know? It's like, I don't know. I'll have to look into it a little bit more. You know, we'll figure it out. If not, just a typical spear with, like, you know, a rock, sort of, spear tip. We'll come up with an idea. Alright, so I think next stream we're going to just pull out and we'll figure this out as we go. I got a couple good ideas of how this stuff would work. But yeah, Misty, Savage Land, Peach, Dominatrix. I found a file for Peach's head that would go good onto the body. So I'm going to pick up that file and I'll have Raz sort of printed in scale. So we'll kind of incorporate that head onto that body. And we'll go from there. Are we on agreement? And then after, like I said, this batch is done, you know, we could go back to Jessica Rabbit's, or maybe it'll be something else out there too. Alright, that's what I'm calling the stream. We got a plan. Oh, and Jacob, I think I'm going to start painting your Supergirl. I don't think there was anything else. If you want to see it real quick, before I end the stream, go over it real quick. But I think we're ready to paint. I figure I can start painting that up now. I don't think there's anything else to do, because I just got to order that snow stuff. She is heavy. She's a heavy gal now. Alright, so real quick, what I did is I just kind of fixed up a little parts of the hair. Just kind of finished up the hair here because it was not all the way coming off the item. So I just cleaned that up. I went around, cleaned up some areas here, cleaned up some areas around here. I cleaned up back here some more because there was a little bit of messing up. Just got a little bit more wet sanding. I finished up kind of the leg area here. I don't want to turn upside down, but there was a couple more spots underneath here I cleaned up this morning. I did some putty last night. I went under there, cleaned all that up. And other than that, the figure is pretty much ready to go. So the way I'm going to work the base is I'm going to mask it off and we're going to paint her first. And then what I'll do is I'll take her off the base and we'll paint these like rocks, sort of that Superman colors, and then we'll paint these colors how you want these, but I'll paint the snow together, kind of, you know, because I could just kind of paint over this as it is, and then I'll start getting that AK interactive stuff, and I'll start kind of fiddling with the snow a little bit more on it. Now they have the AK interactive also has the sort of the icy look, so like maybe around the rocks, what I could do is put a little of that icy stuff to make it look like they kind of melted into it too. So it's going to be kind of built as I go. And what we can do is we can, these pieces over here, I can sort of, like you said, we can concentrate in one area with all the little rocks. So some of them might get buried a little bit more, but I could kind of put more onto them. So it's kind of build as I go. I fixed her one little hole on her foot too that was in her bottom here. But other than that, I think we're good. I don't think there's anything else I'm missing. Because what I'll probably do is Monday get my base coat skin on her. Just get my base coat skin, and then from there just make sure I'm not missing anything. And then after that we can start detailing her up. So like I said, I don't think she's going back into that box, but before I paint, I'm going to check tomorrow. If for some odd reason she can't go into the foam, I'll let you know. But I'm pretty sure, I don't think she's going back into that foam. Yeah, but I went, I just have to. Oh yeah, there's this one spot over here. I gotta just saying. I put some putty over here before the stream. So let me just mark it over here just to make sure I remember. So a little dent I missed. I put putty in there before the stream. But yeah, I think we're good. I mean, you're happy with the belt too, right? Said it sticks out a little bit, but at least it's a metal rod. But if you really push it, you can screw it all up. Oh, there's some little gunk up here with the hair. And see this. There we go, got that off. Yeah, it's like I said, I think the messiest parts were just her boots and underneath the skirt, but I got all that clean. I mean, I'll show you real quick. Screw it, might as well. But you can see she's definitely has the underwear there. So it's not just plain boring underneath. But I sanded a lot and I cleaned up as much as I could. It's hard to get underneath all the way down into those areas. But I'm probably going to end up darkening a lot of it too when I paint in there. So at least it's nothing underneath. In case you have her high up on the shelf. Yeah, so I'm gonna get skin on her, and I'm sure that'll find a couple of scratches and stuff I missed, and I can clean that up and go from there. Now, as far as colors, nothing super crazy, right? You just want me to follow specific colors? Yeah, I'm not really seeing anything major. I think I got all the only hardest part about this is getting the skin tone underneath her legs. It's always a pain in the ass with the skirt and blowing back, but I'll get it to work. Yeah, so that's the Supergirl. We're looking good. I'm just gonna start cleaning up, and then the base will be done a lot better at the end. Yeah, send me your email. I'm going to just start doing my prep phase for skins, getting it all set up, and go from there. Alright, but just to let you know though, whatever you send me that's on your screen, it might look a little different on my screen, so if I match it, it might not be the same, so just understand that. But I'll get the general idea of what you're looking to do. Alright. That works. Alright, I'm tapped. I'm done. But that's why I'm closing the screen. So we'll do our votes next stream. But next stream, up to, like I said, either Sunday or Monday, we're going to paint up the cop base. And we should be pretty much finished up. Alright? Sorry for rambling, but it's just one of those days. Alright, you guys have a good rest of your weekend. And we'll get these going.